Reid with us today. Jaeger and Reid is a California-based folk duo known for their rich harmonies, intelligent original songs, and acoustic instrumentation. They will lead our prelude, Imagine, by John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Oh, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and then the world will live as one, and the world will live as one, and the world will live as one.
We need as much beauty as often as possible, and that was beautiful. Thank you, Judi and Bob. Hello again, everyone. My name is Betsy Nachman, and I would like to welcome all of you and our friends on Zoom to the Berkeley Fellowship of Unitarian Universalists. We are a part of a free religious tradition that honors the loving heart, the open mind, and growing together in community. Before we get started, here are a few housekeeping notes. Please silence your cell phones if you haven't yet. If you have any announcements, please write them down and give them to Steve in the AV corner. And if you would like to write in the Book of Joys and Sorrows, please do so. It and a pen are over there on that table. I'd also like to announce that Margaret Hurlburt, the president of our fellowship, is in the hospital this morning with a bad back. And her husband, Jeff, who has also been the president, and the two of them are just pillars of this church. We already miss them. The food has not been bought, though Jillian is rushing off to get it. And Jeff is not in the AV corner, but Steve is there. And so, people are rushing to help. And I do want to say also that they probably don't want to take phone calls right now. So there's a little bit of stationery that I'll put next to the Joys and Sorrows. And if you'd like to write them a little note, I'm sure they would love to get it. So now I would like to give our land acknowledgement. And I've added a little something. Today, our fellowship stands on land that is called Berkeley, California, but it was once inhabited by Ohlone people from around 50 distinct Northern California tribes. In 1769, Spanish missionaries began to take Ohlone lands and forcibly baptize and enslave the populations. And when the U.S. government appropriated California from Mexico in 1850, it continued the occupation. The cities of Oakland and Berkeley and the University of California are now involved in small but significant reparations efforts. And now I'd like to introduce our speakers. We are very pleased to have Gregory Stevens here with us today. We know he stirs our blood. Gregory is a former Baptist preacher, longtime labor organizer, and interfaith community activist. He is the lead organizer for the Unitarian Universalist Eco-Socialist Network, and by day, he sells his labor power to California Interfaith Power and Light. Gregory has a Master of Divinity from the Claremont School of Theology and an MA in Activist Anthropology from the California Institute of Integral Studies. Let's welcome Reverend Gregory.
For some opening words, will you please join me and take your hands and put them on your heart? This heart, this sacred, tireless heart of yours, beats for our broken world. It beats with love, it beats with grief, it beats with hope. Feel that beat. This hour we pause, not to rest from our faith, but to deeply reflect on it and all that it calls in us. To refill our hearts with love. To remember that revolutionary love is exhausting work, and yet it's the work we are called to do. This heart, this beating heart of yours is what feels the pain of injustice. But this heart is also what rises with courage. This heart is what calls us to the streets, to dismantle oppression, to feed the hungry, to house the unhoused, to heal what is broken by billionaires. Let this heart, this beating heart of yours, remind you that love is not quiet, love is not passive, love is a powerful force to change the world with. So let your crazy, wild, and beautiful heart beat to the sound of justice. Let it prepare you for the work ahead. Let it call you into action. Sacred misfits, beloved community with hearts open and alive, beating for justice, welcome to worship.
Well, our self-appointed chalice lighter seems to not be here today either. So do we have a volunteer? Tom, thank you. So please light your own chalice or candles at home now. Well, Tom, loose, which means light, right? Lights his communal chalice for all of us, a symbol of our tradition and the spirit that lives within every one of us and our beating hearts. Please read with me our unison chalice lighting, which can be found in your order of service. Let love be the spirit of this congregation and service its goal. This is our living covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truths in life, and to help one another. And now, our red candle. Let's give Tom a minute here. We light our red candle to mourn Black lives taken by police violence, to proclaim that Black lives matter, and to express our commitment to Black liberation, reparations, and the end of slave capitalism. Bob and Judi, or perhaps just Bob, will now sing Working on a World by Iris Dement.
Got so down in trouble, I nearly lost my head. Wake up in the morning, filled with sadness, fear, and dread. The world I took for granted came crashing to the ground, and I realized that I might not live long enough to ever see it turn around. Then I got to thinking, ones who came before, and all the sacrifices that they made to open up so many doors. Doors I got to walk through on streets paved for me. People who were working on a world they never got to see. And now I'm working on a world I may never see. Joining forces with the warriors of love who came before and will follow you and me. I get up in the morning knowing I am privileged just to be working on a world I may never see. Don't have all the answers for the troubles of the day, but neither did our ancestors. They persevered anyway. When I see a little baby reaching out its arms to me, then I remember why I'm working on a world I may never see. And now I'm working on a world I may never see. Joining forces with the warriors of love who came before and will follow you and me. I get up in the morning knowing I am privileged just to be working on a world I may never see. Working on a world
Please join me in the responsive reading. It's printed in your bulletin. I'll be one, you be people. How do we live our Unitarian Universalist values in a world where billionaires hoard wealth while workers struggle to survive?
We make economic oppression, injustice, and exploitation as a spiritual and material crisis with capitalism at its root.
How do we honor human dignity while ICE cages, detains, and disappears our neighbors, tearing families apart for profit and control?
We reject orders built on violence, build rapid response networks, blockade immigration offices, and nurture collective liberation.
How do we claim reverence for life while fossil fuel corporations write the rules at global climate summits and sacrifice the planet for profit?
We choose earth over empire. We choose people over profit. We demand system change, not climate change.
Our Unitarian Universalist values are commitments that demand transformative change.
A value unorganized is a value betrayed. We are the answer to the call for transformative change.
So, beloveds, how do we build a world where our values don't only shape our sermons, but restructure society?
We organize, we meditate, we struggle, we care, and we build working-class power.
For we are Unitarian Universalists, and we will not back down. We will defend our people and our planet. Amen, and blessed be.
He's taller than I am. Now for our meditation. Please get comfortable and please follow your breath. I'll sound a chime to start the meditation and ring it a second time at the end of 2 minutes. Now we'll hear any joys and sorrows people have wanted to share. Steve, did any of our Zoomers have any joys and sorrows? Not today. I will now read from our book. Minnesotans are the very best. Minnesotans are the best, thanks for your struggles with ice and weather. Minnesotans are the best. Thanks for your struggles with ice and weather. And never forget the Palestinians. Anonymous. Praying for all those families living in fear over ICE and our government's illegal, unconstitutional conduct here and around the world. And Solidarity with Minnesota. May there be an end to ICE, ASAP, from Jillian. Now is the time we say aloud the names of anyone to whom we want to send support and love.
Kristen. Margaret. Ben. Ingrid. Palestinian children. The citizens of Minneapolis.
Liam.
People in all the occupied states. All children.
Our final ritual involves water and stones. For anything that is in our hearts that we wish to bring into community, but is perhaps too sensitive to speak aloud, we have a symbolic action that you can take. You can walk up the center aisle, choose a stone or stones, and immerse it or them in the water, which represents our community. You can do that now.
Betsy, we did have one late joy and sorrow from Mike Gardner, hoping Margaret can soon return home, thinking of Michael Peretti, a comrade, thinking about the murders of folks in Minnesota.
Thank you. Our meditation song comes from the Buddhist tradition and is found in the order of service. Please join in the singing. Our next song is an original, There's a Light in You by Bob.
This song would not have been written if my mother had not joined with a bunch of young families out in Walnut Creek to create the Unitarian Fellowship out there. I played music for children for a long time. And you have been children longer than most people. So we will try to connect with that child in you here to remember something I learned in Unitarian religious education. There's a light in me. There's a light in you, whatever language you speak, whatever your point of view, whatever people may say, whatever people may do. There's a light in you, you must let the light shine through. I am short, he is tall, it doesn't matter if I'm small, whatever size I happen to be. There's a light in me, please take the time to see. There's a light in me, there's a light in whatever language you speak, whatever your point of view, whatever people may say, whatever people may do. There's a light in you, you must let the light shine. Yeah. Eyes are brown, hers are blue. We may not share the same point of view. Whatever our hopes, our wishes and dreams, there's a light that beams. We're closer than it seems. There's a light in me. Whatever language you speak, whatever your point of view, whatever people may say, whatever. Yes, there's the light. You must let the light shine through.
My friend Sam thinks she doesn't fit. When she wants to play, the others want to sit. Times are hard, I must admit. I hope she doesn't quit. She's gotta keep it lit.
There's a light in me.
There's a light in you.
Whatever language you speak, whatever people may say, yeah. There's a light in you. You must let the light shine through. When the world is looking grim, it could happen to her.
It could happen to him.
That's when you need that light to glow. Come brighter than you know. There's a light in me.
There's a light in you.
Whatever language you speak,
Whatever your point of view,
whatever people may say,
whatever people may do, there's a light in you.
you must.
Let the light shine through.
When the sun has left the sky, bringing darkness to the eye, night reveals what can't be seen in the day, a glorious display. Behold the Milky Way. I'll sing the whole thing with you. Here we go. There's a light in me, there's a light in you. Whatever language you speak,
Whatever your point of view,
whatever people may say, whatever people may do,
there's a light in you.
you must.
Let the light shine through.
Let's sing it one more time.
Come on.
There's a light in me, there's a light in you. Whatever language you speak, whatever your point of view, whatever people may say, whatever people may do, there's a light in you. You must,
Let the light shine through.
you must,
Let the light shine through.
you must.
Let the light shine through.
Raise your right hand or your left hand and repeat after me. I promise
Promise
that I will let my light shine through.
that I will let my light shine through.
Whatever people may say,
Whatever people may say,
whatever people may do.
whatever people may do.
So help me, Bob.
So help me, Bob.
I'll help you.
This prayer is, or scripture reading before our sermon was actually written by, this is a fun synchronicity, Ronwa Hamame, who's I'm just learning of, but they are a minister at Mount Diablo UU Church in Walnut Creek. And so this was written when all of the things in Minnesota really started to blow up. And this was a prayer written from the West Coast, kind of looking over there, offering some solidarity. It's a little long, but bear with me. The ones who don't make the headlines, the ones who are disappeared in silence, the ones whose fate will never be known, the ones who don't have a perfect narrative, the ones who deserved every bit of our resistance, but we failed to show up on time, we see you, the many. The ones who visited the prison cell, the ones who left water in the desert, the ones who cried at the makeshift memorial because nobody was released, the ones who answered the phone calls pleading the intervention, the ones who have been on the front lines without a choice, waiting for decades for someone, anyone, to notice. We see you, the many. The ones who cannot stay at the encampment but can drive by with food and supplies. The ones who cannot lead the marches but can offer the childcare. The ones who cannot join if masks are not required but can coordinate the mutual aid. The ones who cannot show up again until citations, probations, or warnings expire, but can train others to take a shift. The ones who cannot be in photos, but have been in the struggle, quietly resisting, simply by existing. We see you, the many. The many are the reason we are still here. The many are the reason we are still fighting. The many are the reason we are still loving. The many are the reason we are still creating. The many are the reasons we will win. We see you, the many. Amen and blessed be. Okay, today's sermon is a little bit of a rally cry. You ready? Yeah. No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. One more time. No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. On Friday, or 2 days ago afternoon, a choir of us chanted this in front of Target, downtown San Francisco. Our voices echoing off the glass and the concrete and all the cars driving by, calling for an end of corporate complacency with ICE agents, refusing the quiet cooperation that makes repression possible. We raised our voices, not as individuals, but as a collective working class body, answering the call of our Minnesota kin for a general strike. We let that Amen. It wasn't just noise that traveled, it was a revolutionary commitment echoing our solidarity and our willingness to strike. This, my beloveds, is what our Unitarian Universalist values look like in public. They look like refusing to shop while our neighbors are hunted down. It looks like disrupting the smooth flow of profit, especially when profit really just means terror. It looks like taking our theology out of the sanctuary into the street, out of abstraction and into consequence, where bodies matter and choices have weight. This, my friends, is what our Unitarian Universalist values look like in public. They look like thousands of clergy that answered the call. This is what happened just past weekend. Thousands of clergy that answered the call and flew into Minnesota, not simply to observe, not to issue statements from a safe distance from afar, but to organize as movement chaplains, ready to put their bodies on the line to end ICE's brutality, ready to pray with their feet, ready to practice a faith that does not hide behind a false sense of neutrality, because neutrality has never protected the vulnerable. This, my beloveds, is what Unitarian Universalist values look like in public. As I was writing this part of the sermon, hundreds of clergy were actually being arrested. They were praying outside because workers were on strike, and they were all lined up. And many of those workers were of all different faiths and different backgrounds, and there was a Christian ministers praying for them. I'm pretty sure Muslims at one point were trying to pray, and Christians kind of surrounded them as a shield, right? Arrested not for violence, not for chaos, but refusing to be silent in the face of Trump's brutality. They chose presence over passivity. They were arrested for insisting that our faith and many faiths have something to say about cages, about deportations, about stolen labor, even when the state would prefer that our prayers remain passive, symbolic thoughts and prayers. But this, my beloveds, those ministers being arrested, is what Unitarian Universalist values look like in public. Our values look like a general strike, not only in Minneapolis, but rippling outward across the country. They look like workers withdrawing their labor power, students walking out, communities refusing business as usual. Our values look like people recognizing that the economy is not a force of nature, but a relationship that can be interrupted and transformed for the well-being of all, especially when that relationship has become violent. And that, my beloveds, is what Unitarian Universalist values look like in public. Our struggles, they're all connected. The same system that raids immigrant neighborhoods trains agents in our cities. Before those ICE officers were shipped out there was an operation in San Francisco, Operation Sourdough, where they had agents climb through the city and pretend that they were fighting people. And there was a whole military operation in the most liberal city, in one of the most liberal cities in the country. They're training these military crazy people to go sick them on other people around the country. So all of these struggles are connected. The same corporations that profit from detention profit from climate destruction. The same billionaire class that hoards wealth depends on our participation in the economy to survive. And that dependency is not always a weakness, it's actually our leverage point. We resist and we build for a better world. Our values in public look like justice that disrupt the smooth functioning of a brutal capitalist economy. Our values look like equity that refuse sacrifice zones created by profit. They look like transformation that breaks with an economic system built on exploitation. They look like pluralism that defends the targeted against a state that survives on division. It looks like interdependence, where none of us are truly free until all of us are free. And it looks like generosity that gives time, labor, bodies, and risk to dismantle a system that hoards everything up at the top. Justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, generosity. JETPIG, our values. Now, this too, though, is where our theology gets a little uncomfortable, but a hell of a lot more interesting. So we Unitarians, we speak of our values, JETPIG. It's the acronym that our liberal religious educators have come up with to help kids kind of remember this, right? And there's a fun little picture of a pig with a jetpack. There's all this controversy about the pig, and if you know anything about religious traditions, you can't eat pork in some, and then there's a jet, and everyone's worried about climate change, and oh my gosh. UUs are silly, y'all. It's just an acronym. But and love is at the center. So we say justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, generosity with a big L, love at the center. The picture of it's on your flyer, or your bulletin, excuse me. We teach these to our children, we print them on our bulletins, we recite them with pride, and we should, because these values, they're beautiful, they're hard-won, and they're sacred. But faith, my beloveds, is not measured by how fluently we recite our acronym or our values. Faith is measured by what we are willing to risk when our values are put on trial. Values admired from a safe distance aren't values at all. That's just decoration and aspiration, poetry without practice. If our values never interrupt our comfort, our schedules, our assumptions, then they become harmless. They float above reality like inspirational clouds that never quite rain. Pretty to look at, comforting to name, but incapable of challenging the conditions on the ground. And theology, my friends, was never meant to hover. It was meant to land, to incarnate. Theology is meant to change the world, sometimes awkwardly, sometimes loudly, sometimes right in the middle of the mess, but always with consequences. And this is not a regional story. What is unfolding in Minnesota is not an anomaly. It's not a flare-up that will pass. It's a confrontation between classes. It's the billionaire class demonstrating its power through repression, and the working class responding by rediscovering its own power through solidarity. A theology worthy of this moment is going to ask some hard questions. It's going to not ask them way out there in the flesh, or abstract, but in the flesh. It asks, what does justice mean when the state is kidnapping immigrants in broad daylight? What does equity mean when families are torn apart at borders and in workplaces? What does transformation mean as a value when community members are murdered for daring to witness, to watch, to protect? What does interdependence mean when people are disappeared in detention systems designed not just to punish, but to break your spirit into total submission? This struggle is not even really a debate about immigration policy. The language designed to shrink a crisis of state violence into a bureaucratic disagreement. It asks us to argue about numbers and procedures instead of power and terror. It invites us to debate how many cages are acceptable, how much trauma is reasonable, how much fear can we administrate necessarily. But y'all, that framing is a lie. That's the framing that those 7 Democrats just used in support of Trump's Homeland Security spending bill, funneling billions and billions of dollars back into ICE. Hopefully it gets shut down in the Senate. This is also a reminder that ICE is not broken. It's functioning as it's intended to. It is not an unfortunate excess of otherwise humane system. It is a core instrument of capitalist class rule, and it exists to terrorize a segment of the working class into silence, to keep our labor exploitable, to fracture our solidarity, and to remind everyone that the state reserves the right to enter neighborhoods, workplaces, and now they've been given the opportunity to enter your home with violent force. These sermons are hard to write because just yesterday morning, federal agents shot and killed Alex Jeffrey Preddy, an ICU nurse, 10 times. If you've watched the video, it will absolutely horrify you. He has a camera, he's filming. Some woman gets pushed. She's walking away from an ICE officer. This isn't in the sermon, but whatever. She gets pushed, she falls over, and he tries to keep the peace between her and the officer. And so he tries to grab her, pull her away from a car. ICE agents then jump on him, pull him off. No gun is ever pulled. He's got a camera and his phone. What you see is 6 or 7 officers beating this man, beating him, and then all of a sudden you hear gunshots. 10 gunshots are shot into his body.
And they blame it on he got a gun.
Yes. This has absolutely nothing to do with public safety. This is about class control and domination. It is the rehearsal of obedience. It is the production of fear, because fear is not incidental to capitalism, but its very infrastructure. As wealth concentrates into the hands of the few at the top, millions of us struggle to pay rent, to have health care, to have dignity. And inequality is not resolved through moral appeal or shared sacrifice either. Inequality is just managed through surveillance, managed through policing, detentions, and the cultivation of more fear. It's cheaper. Fear is cheaper than justice. It moves faster than reform. When pressure rises from below, from the grassroots, small concessions may be offered, just enough to cool things down, just enough to restore a little order. But alongside those concessions grows an expanding apparatus of control: police, prisons, detention centers, agencies like ICE. These are not accidents. These are logistical systems designed to contain the crisis capitalism has created and refuses to solve. As I was walking here, there was a video that was posted of people outside of an ICE detention facility with kids, and it was just the cries. You could hear the cries of the kids in the facility. But because ICE uses all these logistical systems, it gives us as a working class opportunity to poke holes in their little system. Because ICE requires hotels, vehicles, data systems, contracts, and cooperation, which means complicity can be exposed, collaboration can be made very costly, and power can be contested. This is why Minnesota matters. A general strike is not just an economic tactic. It's a moral declaration made with material force. It is theology with real consequences. It reveals where power really lives. It shows that the ruling class does not rule because it is wise or because it's legitimate, but because workers are compelled to keep the machinery running simply to survive. When that participation, though, is withdrawn, even briefly, the system panics. And in strikes, they teach. They teach workers that they are not replaceable individuals. They teach communities that they are not just helpless. They teach people that the economy is not a neutral force, but a social relationship that can be challenged, changed, and interrupted. Interdependence, one of our values, stops being a metaphor and becomes a lived reality. And this is why neutrality is not an option for people of faith. Neutrality is not peace. Neutrality is alignment with whoever holds power. When the state deploys violence and we choose to be quiet, that quiet does not hover above the conflict. It lands on the side of the powerful oppressors. Silence becomes cooperation. And as Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. taught us, the silence of the good people is more dangerous than the brutality of the bad people. There are moments in history when refusing to choose is itself a choice. And this is one of those moments. Again and again, we are urged to lower our voices, to soften our demands, and to trust that patience will save us. We are warned that disruption threatens unity, that anger undermines your credibility, that naming and shaming harm is somehow too extreme. But peace built on silence is not peace at all. Composure in the presence of brutality is not a virtue, it's conditioning. And a so-called reason that cannot speak the truth about violence does not protect us. It simply prepares us to accept it. The people being targeted do not have the luxury of neutrality. Immigrant families do not experience ICE as a policy debate. Workers do not experience abuse on the job as some abstract idea. Students do not experience surveillance as a theory. Bodies are on the line, lives are on the line, and futures are being decided in real time. But faith that chooses sides, that risks comfort, that names the truth of power, that moves with people instead of hovering above them, that faith becomes a force for revolutionary social change. This, too, is where the spiritual stakes sharpen. For generations, religion has been used as the opium of the masses, to pacify people, to preach patience instead of justice, obedience instead of liberation, private salvation instead of public transformation. But faith doesn't belong to the empire. Faith belongs to the people. Power to the people. When faith refuses collaboration with capitalism, it becomes dangerous. When faith stops soothing injustice and starts confronting it, it becomes a threat to the status quo. And in Minnesota, clergy and faith leaders have chosen not to be chaplains of the status quo, but to be participants in the struggle. These clergy have walked neighborhoods on lookout for ICE. They've documented the raids. They have placed their bodies between the state and the people simply with a whistle. And this, my beloveds, is what Unitarian Universalist values look like in public. Capitalism created this crisis, and now it treats catastrophe as another profitable opportunity. Collapse becomes a business plan. Disposable land, labor, lives. This is not accidental. It is the predictable outcome of an economy that values growth over survival, profit over people, extraction over care. When everything's for sale, even devastation becomes productive. And when devastation pays, there's no incentive to prevent it, simply to manage it, market it, or move on. See, ICE is not a temporary excess, it's a prototype that will be used against our communities. So when Minnesota says ICE out now, they are not only confronting their present terror, they are confronting the future terror that's going to come on all of our cities. And this is what brings us back to our values, not as slogans, but as spiritual weapons in the battle for collective liberation. I didn't write this in here, but in my Christian days, we used to talk about the armor of God, and it's this metaphor that I think Paul in Ephesians uses to say, put on the armor of God. And it's a metaphor for armor, so it's not this violent metaphor, but the armor is like love, compassion, and spirit of truth type thing. So when I say spiritual weapons, I mean that. Justice means refusing systems built on terror. Equity means dismantling economies built on exploitation. Transformation means breaking with capitalism itself. Pluralism means defending those targeted by state violence without exception. Interdependence means recognizing that no one is safe while anyone is disposable. And generosity means giving ourselves fully to the struggle to build something better. Love that refuses to fight for liberation is not love at all. It's selfish comfort. It's sentiment. It's a withdrawal from reality. Our faith was not built for withdrawal. Our movement was not built to be a hobby. So let this sermon be our declaration. Let it be our realignment, and let it be our refusal to look away. May we not treat Minnesota as somebody else's struggle. This is the shape of what is coming. The system is preparing to further govern through brute force. But we, the working class, are also preparing. We are preparing through solidarity, through organization, through disciplined collective struggle that binds us across race, faith, gender, and citizenship status. Because the truth is simple and terrifying and hopeful all at once. They cannot rule without us, and more people every single day are done consenting to this bull shit. So may our Unitarian Universalist faith meet this moment. May our values walk into the streets, blowing our red whistles, adopting a corner, and building those solidarity networks. May our values also become a strategy for eco-social transformation, and may our love become organized power to topple the Trump regime. Because yes, beloveds, and join me in this one, I believe that we will win. 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 Amen and blessed be.
Thank you, Gregory, for connecting so many dots. Boy, like collapse becomes a business model. Whoa, Gaza, that's Gaza and the real estate plans. I promise to put my faith in action. I also wanted to thank Bob for There's a Light in You, and I want to thank Judi for harmonizing with that, and I want to thank Gregory for JETPIGs, and I'm going to take JETPIGs, and there's a light in you to preschool tomorrow, let me tell you. Now is the time when we pass around our collection basket. Oh, yeah. Well, there is a time for announcements, Jillian, but yeah, please do announce now, too.
Thank you. A couple of things. This afternoon, I'm really happy to say that we have Indivisible meeting here. It's their kickoff for 2026. So if any of you are interested in knowing more about Indivisible, which you know is a national organization, and this is Indivisible East Bay that I've belonged to for a while and do activism with. Bob, did you? Oh, sorry. Okay. Thanks very much for saying that. Were we going to get blowback? Sorry. I can talk quieter too. Okay. Okay, so the 2 to 4 is the Indivisible meeting, and what I'm going to request is usually we all get very conscientious and pull chairs, leave the chairs where they are, because we'll have a lot of people here. Then a couple of other things. At 3:30, there will be, one of the things Indivisible has is we call it a visibility brigade, and that is folks go on the overpass, with notices, and it's a wonderful exercise in keeping issues public in people's view, and also it's very fortifying because motorists are going by in their hundreds and thousands, hooting and waving and that kind of thing. So in response to Minnesota, there will be one at the I-80 overpass here in Berkeley at 3:30. So anybody who feels energetic and is willing to walk up to the overpass, please do join in. And then the third thing that I wanted to mention was there was a thing going around saying, please put a candle in your front window for Minnesota. That really wasn't possible for me, so I drew one and taped it on my front window. And that may be what you need to do too, but it is, there's a fourth thing. This is the week you need to call your senators because they could stop funding for ICE if they can persuade, if the Democrats can hold fast, and if they can persuade enough Republicans, they are angry enough about these murders that they are willing to compromise the DHS budget. So I've already done my bit and said, please completely defund ICE. So that's some action folks can take. Thanks, Betsy.
Thank you, Jillian. Now is the time when we pass around our collection basket for the BFUU home and for a hardworking, well-respected social justice organization in the Bay Area. Our shared plate partner for the month of January is the Berkeley Reparations Coalition. The Berkeley Reparations Coalition is a community coalition of political, civic, and faith leaders that formed after the murder of George Floyd to explore reparations for BUSD students who are descendants of enslaved Americans. At the coalition's request, BUSD created a reparations task force of BUSD students, family members, staff, and community members. After over a year of public engagement, research, and expert consultation, the task force issued its final report in 2024, which was unanimously supported by the school board. The report recommended that BUSD pursue 3 types of reparations: a harm report, which is an historical survey of the harm caused by BUSD and its efforts at repair; curricula on the legacy of chattel slavery at the federal, state, and local levels; and educational opportunity grants. The coalition is supporting the implementation of all 3 recommendations through education, organizing, and advocacy. And Andy will play us some music as we collect. Now let's dedicate our offerings to the work of this fellowship, which is creating beloved community within and beyond these walls. We dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings. I don't have a song right now. I have not quite. Soon. Sorry? Yes, yes, but why don't you go ahead? We could use a song right now.
Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea, I sail in you, you sail in me. Sings it to the river, and the river sings it to the sea, and the sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco,
Somos el mar.
somos el mar.
Yo navego en ti.
Yo navego en ti.
Tú navegas en mí.
Tú navegas en mí.
We are the boat.
We are the boat.
We are the sea.
We are the sea.
I sail in.
I sail in you.
You sail in me.
You sail in me. The boat that we are sailing in was built by many hands, and the sea that we are sailing on, it touches every land. Somos el barco,
Somos el mar.
somos el
Yo
mar.
navego en ti.
Yo navego en ti.
Tú navegas en mí.
Tú navegas en mí.
We are the boat.
We are the
We
boat.
are the sea.
We are the sea.
I sail in.
I sail in you.
You sail in me.
You sail in me.
The voyage has been long and hard, yet we're sailing still, with a song to help us work together, if we only will.
Somos el barco. Somos el
Yo
mar.
navego en ti.
Yo navego en ti.
Tú navegas en mí.
Tú navegas en mí.
We are the boat.
We are the
We
boat.
are the sea.
We are the sea.
I sail in you.
I sail in you.
You sail in me.
You sail in me. So with our hopes, we'll raise the sail and face the wind once more. And with our hearts, we'll chart the waters never sailed before. Somos el barco. Somos el mar.
Yo navego en ti.
Yo navego en ti.
Tú navegas en mí.
Tú navegas en mí.
We are the boat.
We are the boat.
We are the sea.
We are the sea.
I sail in.
I sail in you.
You sail in me.
You sail in me. I sail in you. You sail in me.
We are so fortunate to have you here, Judi and Bob. Thank you so much. Are there any people who are new to BFUU who would like to introduce themselves briefly? There is a microphone coming around.
Hi, I'm Roseanne. I live in Berkeley Hi, I'm Roseanne. I've lived in Berkeley for about almost 30 years, but I've been going to the Unitarian Universalist in Cedar Rapids, Iowa for a while as I visited my dad, and he inspired me to come back.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Aurora. I moved to Oakland a few months ago.
Welcome, Aurora. Thank you.
I'm Alana. I've come with my friend Michael, and I loved today. I thank you very much, and you'll see me again. Yay.
Thank you so much. Steve, will you please tell us who attended by Zoom today?
In the Zoom room today, we had Ben Birch, Bill Balderson, Eleanor Roberts, Jean Lieber, Marge Turngren, Mike and probably Jinky Gardner, and also Margaret and Jeff were in the Zoom room for a while, and Margaret offered a message that she is feeling better, and thanks for all the well wishes.
Oh, yay, good. People are looking over that way because that's where Zoom is. No, there is a camera up there. Thank you. This is just a big thanks to everyone who helped out today, in person or in spirit. We will have more time to connect with each other after the service and in the days to come. Next Sunday, February 1st, we will hear from Santinder Singh, a representative of the Sikh religion. The title of his talk is Sikh Ideology of One Universal Creator. Sikh ideology is based on one universal creator and the oneness of all humanity and creation. Santinder Singh will discuss how Sikhism teaches that all people are fundamentally equal and that one may discover this through service. Sikhism involves honest living, meditation, and sharing rooted in the belief of oneness. And we gratefully acknowledge all who worked together on this service, our pianist, our choir, and our special singers, our audio-visual team, our kitchen crew, our office employees, our Sunday service committee, and others. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think, did anyone have any more announcements? Margie. And then Jeannie. Oh.
I got whistles for everybody. Anybody want some?
Yay, Jeannie.
Yeah, tomorrow night, right here, 7 o'clock.
Sorry.
We need you.
Tomorrow night, right here at 7 o'clock, David Rovix will be here in concert. I'll bring cookies, and anybody who wants to pick some up can contribute to MEDA, to Middle Eastern Children Alliance. And if you've ever heard David Rovix, he's been around for 25 years. I mean, I remember when he was in Palestine back then, and I was in Southern California, and we put on a really big teach-in at the University of Laverne about, that was just right after the bulldozers had driven over our, what's her name? Rachel Corrie and all that. But he's had songs for everything that goes on, with our government during this time, and you will really enjoy his work. It's 7 o'clock right here, and thank you very much. Tomorrow night, Monday night. I mean, I don't know why I was the only one we got there.
Marjorie, if there's nothing written on the board, maybe you could write it down and leave it at the table. Oh, flyer. Okay, okay. I also want to refer to the whistles that Jeannie is talking about. We are putting together, not we, the fellowship, but we, members of the fellowship, including Jeannie, are putting together packets for business people to help them organize their employees and know how to take care of their establishments should there be an ICE raid. And as you know from Chicago and Minneapolis, St. Paul, and LA, communities are pulling together through the help of whistles. So Jeannie has an important paper bag over there for you to plunder. Okay. All right, so any other announcements? Okay. Now for our final, oh no, we extinguish the chalice. May I call on you again, Tom? Thank you. So Tom will extinguish our chalice and our red candle as we read the words in your order of service, and he will fly around as he does it. Here goes. We extinguish the flame of this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, or the energy of service. These we carry in our hearts until we meet again. Well done, Tom. So now for our final song. Please form a circle around the chairs and join hands if you're comfortable doing so. And please sing Circle Round for Freedom, which will be, I believe it will be up on the screen. And then Gregory will give us a final benediction.
Circle round for peace. All of us, I'm going under. Go for release. Circle for the planet. Circle for each soul. Children of our children, keep the circle whole.
Speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Beloveds, go now with fire in your bones and tenderness in your hearts. Do not settle for hope that waits, but hope that organizes, disrupts, and builds. May your love be dangerous to injustice. May your faith refuse neutrality. May your prayers walk, strike, barricade, and blow the hell out of those red whistles. The work is urgent, the people are ready, and now I need you to join me. Out of the pews and into the streets, out of the pews and into the streets, out of the pews into the streets, out of the pews into the streets. Go in peace, y'all. Blessed be.